Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I thought I'd have a slightly, take the opportunity, as the weather's quite nice today this Sunday, to have a slightly closer look at the two starfruit plants that I disastrously bought from Canarius, only to have them go missing for at least 3 weeks, or at least it took 3 weeks for them to get here with the shipping, the customs delay processes, the plant health inspection processes, paperwork going missing or being incorrect from Canarius. So obviously starfruits, if you know anything about them at all, are very, very fussy, finicky plants, and they don't like cold winds, they don't like cold weather, they don't like overly hot weather, they don't like drought particularly. They do suffer from a lot of issues, so sitting in a cardboard box in the dark in a cold warehouse for 2 or 3 weeks is not the best way to treat them. So when they arrived, they were in a pretty bad condition. I've got two varieties. The one here on the right is Kari, and the one on the left is Sri Kembangan, which is a Thai variety. Now they've both lost all their leaves except the sort of one shoot you see here, and what I've decided to do is I'm going to cut off any dead growth or dieback on them, which you'll be able to see in a minute, and then I'm keeping them in underneath a large polythene bag to try and just keep the humidity up a little bit inside, because they're in the house, and obviously the house atmosphere tends to be very dry, and that's not ideal for nursing tropicals that come from a more humid climate. So I need to try and keep the humidity a little bit higher around them. Now one of the gripes I have, and I've had before in the past with Canarius, is they sell very, very under-established young plants. Now you can see here that this is all of the grafting tape. These are probably grown as I think they do bud grafts or chip bud grafts on them for starfruit. So obviously they're grown on a seedling rootstock, and then they just graft these buds on. Now you can see from the amount on the growth on this one here, in fact if I turn it round, they do 2 bud grafts on it, and this one's completely dead. This lower one's dead. So what I'm planning to do, it's never taken, or at least if it took, it died in transit. So what I was planning to do is just take off, you can probably just see, I'm going to take that right back and get that out of the way. Now there's an outside chance that in there might be a bit of dormant bud still alive, but it doesn't look very likely to me. And again, with the top of the plant, you can probably just about see here, this stem has got dieback to the point here just above this bud, so I'm just going to take that bit of dieback off. And the same, this branch in front is dead all the way to here. You've got a dark brown where it's died in the trip, and it's died back to there, so I'm just going to take that off, and that tidies up the plant. So basically all I've got left now on this Kari is one leaf stem and these little shoots here. Now I could take those back into the green, but I've decided I'd rather cut them just above it, and I'm hoping that will help do the job. Now all I have to do maintenance wise is if the rootstock happens to produce any side shoots on it, I need to rub those out. So I've got to protect this little bit of plant here as best I can. Now if we look at the other one, the Sri Kembangan, again that's got that's suffering dieback on it as well. That's got 2 small shoots. There's this one here, which although it's very small seems to be relatively intact. There's this shoot here which has got signs of life on it, and this one, brown one, which has died back all the way to here. So again, there's no point leaving the dead growth on. So if I turn that round, I'm going to take this off here, which is just above the healthy union, and that just tidies that up. There's no need for me to take the tip off here at the moment, because it may well be that's going to, there's a slight chance that will carry on growing. And that's the Sri Kembangan. As I said, the problem is these grafts were probably only done 2 or 3 months before they sold the plants, and in my opinion that is far too young, especially when plants are being sold overseas to possibly less favourable climates than they grow them in at Canarias. It's obviously a nice warm climate in the Canary Islands, and I would imagine they've got greenhouses or polytunnels they grow the plants in to give them extra protection. So one of their problems is they send out very immature plants, so you have to do all the work to keep them alive. I've had this before with their plants when they turn up. So all I can do is put these back inside underneath their polythene bubble and hope that somehow or other over winter, somehow or other I can keep them alive and manage to keep them going. I'm not overly optimistic, but we will do our best and see if anything happens to them, in which case I'll definitely keep you updated. So just thought it might interest people who like to see my efforts to try and save these plants. Thanks very much for watching the video, much appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up. Obviously you can subscribe to my channel if you want to, share the video with anyone you think might be interested, and remember to click on the bell if you'd like updates on these and my other plants over winter. I'll catch up with you all soon. Brett out for now.